Every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Up next, we'll keep it within the NFC for this game between the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Ball teed up, Brendan Aubrey out for the kick. And away we go from East Rutherford. Starting from the 5. Making some progress here. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
I'll tell you what, as a quarterback, you sure appreciate a run back like that to begin a ball game. It makes your life a lot easier, and they're going to be set up with really good field position to get things going.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. Pretty good start here for him. 6 yards on that opening play.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go, Shaq. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Here's Tracy once more. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Giants are going to have the first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 now from the 46. They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 19 at the 44-yard line.
One play action with Dart. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And he's going to be out of bounds after the big gain. Now down inside the 15. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Solid opening drive so far, Brock. Few chances to cap it here. This is 1st and goal.
70 Lions.
Here goes Dart to the air. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Good know, ready to send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here, 1st and 10. Prescott, a quick throw, complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's good for a Dallas first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
First down, here's Dak. He's going deep this time. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. And now they face 2nd down. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott. Has him on the quick hitter. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing again, Prescott. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable in an incomplete.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Hey, listen, I know kickers are arguably better today than they've ever been in the history of football. But anything from 60-plus is still awfully ambitious. And that time, it didn't pan out.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. Have him gain up a handful there. Hauled down by Andrew Winger.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Back to throw, here's Stark. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Dart looking to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there.
Viking 18. Take go.
They'll go. Here's Darts. He's got it. That's going to be a 1st and more. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. So an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble to go for it there on 4th down, Brock. They're moving the chains.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal.
They're going play action. Right back to Neighbors, and he's got it. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
60 Vice.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. He's got it at the 6. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play. And the Giants 1st down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. 7-0 is our score. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Giants.
Come on. Big Lion. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle. Ready.
Tracy reaches the end zone. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a 13-0 lead.
Touchdown, Giants.
So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants double their lead to 14.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano ready to send this away. Here's Cavante Turpin on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got 1st down here from the 36.
Yeah, here we go. 26.
From the gun is Prescott. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36.
Yeah, here we go. I took line in. 26.
Back to the air, Prescott. Catch is made down the right sideline. Keeps himself upright. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys make it a one-score game in the first half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Cowboys 7. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10.
Here we go, strike. Cowboys. Cut 19. 60 Maverick.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. He finds Neighbors right side. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st down now, ball at the 33. From the gun, here's Dart. Has a man on target to Johnson. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. They're to the 45.
That's another.
All set now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Dart out of the shotgun. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That one gains 7. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Finds him on the crossing route. He will go! Touchdown, New York! The Giants take a 13-point lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants double their lead to 14.
Giants 21, Cowboys 7. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano ready to send this away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he had to dive there just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the play. An improvement on their last one, but that brings up 3rd and 9.
And it's 3rd
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
So we'll await 3rd down and 9. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Stick around. More from MetLife Stadium on the other side. Cowboys punting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. And he'll try to hit this one well. Wow, tremendous punt here. This one's looking great, angling towards the sideline. Now this one, not much of a chance of it staying in the field of play. They'll mark it out at the 13-yard line. New York to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They'll go left side with Tracy. And he's going to get him all the way up near that 30-yard line, Brock. Knocked down a step or two shy of it. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Throwing on 1st down. It's Dart. This is complete to Neighbors. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Offense to the line fast.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Giants 1st down. 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. Get some space around midfield. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Working quickly here.
16 more yards. That's another Giants 1st down.
On the handoff, this is Tracy. And they shut him down on this one. They get him behind the line, and that should push him out of field goal range.
Taken down back at the 42.
Dart setting in the throw here. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Giants 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
18, Pioneer. Check go.
On 1st down, here's Dart. Has it down close. Touchdown, New York. The Giants get more points to end a lopsided 1st half.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid and let him run.
That one splits the uprights. And the Giants stretch their lead to 21.
Cowboys 7. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano ready to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive. Prescott on 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the pistol, Prescott. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Cordell Flott on the coverage.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Man in motion, out of the slot. Prescott now on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out, how in the heck do we turn this around?
And this is the punt you want every time. It bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. All right, they're out and set. Here we go, 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Let's go.
They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Wow, his first real mistake. That's intercepted. Picked off. Kendall Fuller.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they could take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Kill. Yeah.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Cowboys 14. Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
19 Tiger.
Throwing here just before halftime. There he is again. It's Neighbors. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. This makes it up to the 25.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On third down, here's Williams. Trying to plow ahead for the first. Can't even get back to the line. That brings up fourth down. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little... shy of reaching the 20.
At their own 24-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Back to throw. Here starts. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And they're going to have it all the way down near the 25.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
Dart from the pistol. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
It looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up third down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go, Shaq.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Kate, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Finding Johnson once more. They'll touch him down a couple of yards away from that marker.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal.
Let's go now. 18 card.
Here start now. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants push their lead further to start the half. Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano ready to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
To the line come the Cowboys. Good starting spot here. First and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
First down, here's Dak. That's caught by Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoops, huh? Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up third down.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Yeah! Here we go, boy. Then we're going to 52.
Prescott now to throw on third down. Escapes the pocket. He's going for it himself. And this nearly got there, but he hit the sideline just short. This is going to be fourth and about a yard to go.
You know, once a play breaks down, you're just looking for a running lane, and then you're looking for that first down marker. He found one of the two, but the defense and that effort swarming after him, well, it denies the first down.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And he's been getting all of it every time out. And he made sure to angle that one toward the sideline. It bounces inside the 20 and jumps out at the 13. The New York offense ready to get going here. It's first and 10.
Go! Cowboy 80.
A handoff to Tracy. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
19 tight. 19 tight. Track 60. 19 right.
Dart now against the blitz. Got a man downfield. This is Neighbors. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation could create the big play down the field.
Out of the gun this time, here's Dart. This is cut, that's Slayton. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. A good pass from the rookie out of Ole Miss, and it gets him a first.
And this is one of those situations where, Kate, even as a former QB, I really feel for these corners in this league. They got the hardest job in football, sticking the guys on these routes and on a comebacker in particular, where that receiver breaks it off. Man, that can be so difficult to defend.
First down from the 42.
70 range.
Darts looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
I feel so bad, I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
From the gun, it's Tracy. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
Got it. Ready?
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Here we go. Set. Viking 18. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Here goes Dart to the air. Dumped off to his running back. He won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Offense to the line. Second down.
Left 18. Pioneer. Bronco 80. 79 Bronco. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Hey, what's the back on this play? Left 19. Come 19. Come 19. Go.
From the gun, here's Dart. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried...
And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead.
Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano ready to send this away. Turpin with a return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes first and 10.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, take the ball.
Dak now from the gun. Got a man. It's Flanoy. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, give him a chance to make a play.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That's good for a couple of yards. And that's good for a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, take the ball.
Dak to the air here. Trying setting up the screen, but this is intercepted. Into the red zone. And he's going to score on the pick six. Touchdown, New York. Defense getting in on the fun, Brock, with that fourth-quarter lead as they provide a nice little boost there with the pick six.
Yeah, you could feel some of the desperation of this offense, and when you get into that mode, it is danger time. Defenses love to take advantage of it. I always say to you, Kate, play fast but never in a hurry. You can't be rushed offensively because you can often be rushed into mistakes like that.
14. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Tony now to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And the tackler saves a touchdown, but they still take over inside the red zone.
You know, Kate, it's fun talking to these elite kick returners over the years and how much they visualize. As they're sitting back there waiting for the kickoff return, they're visualizing, well, a house call. And there was some serious explosiveness from him on that one. He may not have gotten all the way to the house, but he's setting his offense up in the red zone, which is pretty darn good.
Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. And he's got it, so they'll pull a little ways back with the touchdown. The Cowboys putting up points in a game decided. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, It really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Cowboys take a molehill off that mountain as they still trail by 27.
Brendan Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Returning it from the 4. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Giants lining things up. 1st and 10.
Go! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready?
Going play action with Dart. That's completed right side. And they're going to have it all the way down near the 25.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants close to a 16th win to end the regular season. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Get it! Cougar 19, Buffalo 18.
Dart out of the shotgun. Hits him on the out route. Has room into the secondary. And stop me if you've heard this before, Brock. They've scored again, and they grow that lead further. The Giants continue piling it on here in the 4th. Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants continue piling on to this lead.
Cowboys 21. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano ready to send this away. Tony now to return it. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Prescott here from the gun. Trying to push deep downfield. Big shot is hauled in. Feet are in bounds. Oh, what a play! It's a massive 35-yard pickup. 1st down.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off a defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage, and more importantly, go exploit it.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play.
Yeah!
Prescott, a quick throw, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
From the gun is Prescott. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Cut out left, and he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 13 on that play, and that'll be good for Dallas. 1st down.
First down. A gain of 13 yards.
Here he goes, one final shot.
Dallas.
Hits him on the in route. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. So the Giants come away with the win. Well, we talked about it throughout this contest, Brock. They were already into the playoffs when this one kicked off, but now they're going in with a little extra momentum.
Yeah, momentum, confidence, belief, whatever you want to throw into kind of that recipe. But bottom line, you want to be playing your best football when it matters the most, and they did today.
Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.